Sure. So the first one has to be weather. It just has to be. If temperatures are really cold, you can expect demand to be really high. That's going to put a lot of pressure on natural gas stocks, which will be drained quite quickly. We're going to enter the global LNG market in perhaps high volumes or high rate than previously expected. And that's going to really sort of attack supply margins and make it more difficult to prepare ourselves for next winter. But of course, mild weather, the reverse will be true. The other thing to watch out for has to be electricity generation. What other forms are available? I mentioned nuclear, renewables. They both perform well. Again, that will add a bit of slack to the market and perhaps sort of improve confidence amongst market participants. And the other thing on the supply side, I would say, is any sort of changes there. So any unplanned outages, I mean, so I don't know if there's any issues with pipelines or LNG terminal outages, or in fact, actually, if there's any issues with US LNG export facilities. US LNG accounted for something like 50% of European LNG imports for the first half of this year. So if there's issues getting US LNG into Europe, that would be a cause for concern.
بالرغم من انخفاض مؤشر TTF الرئيسي لأسعار الغاز الأوروبية في النصف الأول من العام مقارنة بالمستويات القياسية التي شهدناها العام الماضي، إلا أنه ما زال أعلى من المعدل الموسمي للسنوات الأخيرة التي سبقت الارتفاعات القياسية. بالتالي ما هي توقعاتكم لأسعار الغاز الأوروبية في النصف الثاني من العام؟
Sure. So by the end of June, the ICIS TTF front month price was something around 37 euros per megawatt hour. That was something like a 50% drop since the start of the year. The main causes for prices weakening for those 6 months would be, well, non-seasonably warm winter. We already talked about that and how that's sort of weakened demand. High LNG inflows, or record-breaking LNG inflows, in fact. Natural gas stocks were replenished at a greater rate than perhaps was anticipated, and good nuclear availability. So the bearish momentum sort of built up in the market in the first half of the year. Looking ahead for the rest of the summer, I would expect that prices remain sort of relatively low, or at least come under some pressure. I mentioned supply margins in the gas and power sector are good, so fewer concerns there. Winter, like I said, it really depends on the weather. Fine, we're in a good position going into the winter and enables us to have a bit more flexibility. But if we see really cold weather in Europe, in fact, if we see cold weather in Europe and in Asia, that global LNG market is going to be more congested than before, and we're just going to see prices sort of spiking.